It is Monday night. It is June 3rd. Welcome to a new month. And hopefully you're getting a flare. We want to put a little different energy and spin into our team time. So start with a little music to get us going, a little Andy Grammer. So how are you guys tonight? Good? It's good to see you. I see Julie Apple has her beautiful daughter on, Lily. Look at that smile. A little coach in training for us. But we are glad you're here. We do this every week. We're here to learn, we're here to grow. We could hand out a bunch of techniques and what to do and how, but we know what's going on the inside, what's going on in your thoughts, your heart is what's really going to make the difference. So congratulations for showing up today, really just to serve yourself. And then we're going to go over some really good stuff tonight to help you get more comfortable with the new marketing campaign that Optavia has released with some great new resources for us. And then also going to go over the new client module system, our client support tool that Jan Paxman introduced. But before we go on, what do we always do in a new month? We celebrate the month before. So Meg, do you have that video pulled up? You want to share with us? Awesome. Congratulations to everyone with that. We hope you saw the message in there that we have revised the client support bonus Optavia has. So you can actually earn that bonus with now as low as 2 new clients. And that's the 3% bonus. And then it climbs from there up to actually earning a 7% bonus, which is something new. And the biggest shift in that is that our clients can still receive their benefits for being reactivated. So if they're 180 days and they come back with that full order, they can get the benefits. But only brand new clients are going to count for the bonus. And that's because our mission really is to drive this all a little bit further, right? In terms, we know the new clients is the new growth for the company and makes the biggest difference. So the other thing I hope you saw was how many of you applied for Fight Club. And Fight Club is our small group discussion and accountability group for our personal health and our business, just to be in that community. And we had 31 people apply. And Meg and I were like, you know what? We said 2 sessions, but we really didn't want to leave anybody behind that wanted to be a part of it. So we added a 3rd session. And if you want to be a part of that, that's tomorrow, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. And if that new time doesn't work for you, or maybe after some discussion tonight, you are like, hey, really wish I would have applied. I really wish I would have been a part of that. If you will reach to Meg or I on that, what we're going to do is look at our numbers and either add another session now or start one as soon as these 4 weeks are over. So we are here. If you raise your hand, we're going to be there to hold it and fight with you. So Meg, I know you launched your first Fight Club, so I would love to hear about that.
Yes, the first Fight Club was last Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And man, I didn't really know what to expect, but it blew me away. This group of leaders they're just amazing people and humans, but there was a common theme throughout everyone. People had a lot of noise going on in their heads. They didn't necessarily feel like they belonged. They got kind of out of the rhythm and the routine that was serving them for so long. And I'm telling you what, friendships have been formed. They are encouraging each other all day throughout the day in our group chat, which has just been really fun to see the relationships grow, the connections grow, but then people fighting alongside each other, of reminding them of why they are doing this. So one of our members in that group is Stephanie Sweeney. Stephanie, you're on tonight. Would you share with us a little bit about your experience in that group so far?
Yeah, going into it, and then when I signed up for it, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And just like her, Fight Club, and I'm thinking, gosh, I really need to get, fighting these own battles that were in my head. So, and then I felt like, okay, well, I'm alone in all this, so I'm going to be part of this club that's going to help me get there. And then going there, it was like, wow, we're really all kind of fighting these battles in our head, whether it's our season of life, our season in our business, or just our own health, and things kind of get pushed aside. And then the more that we all started talking, that word fight tends to have a negative connotation, but it actually turned into more of a positive one. Like, I think of fight as battling the battles, and whatever that battle is. And then for club, it's like community. Here we are, we're all in this community get together, battling these battles together. And so it was, like Mike said, it was super encouraging to know that you're not alone. And I know that a lot of our clients feel that way when we're alone. I remember feeling like that as an initial client, and then working with other coaches then within this community, and then kind of losing that sense. And just because I was just getting into my own self and kind of drawing away. So it's really pulled, for me, I could only speak for myself, but it's really pulled me out into the community, connecting again. And it's starting to have that ripple effect of battling those battles, whether it's within my own head or with this group, and we can bounce ideas off of each other and realize that, we're not alone, and there's no judgment. I know we hear that a lot, that this is always a safe place and a no judgment zone, but we can't help but think like we are going to get judged, but it truly wasn't. It was very authentic. And so thank you all for putting that together. And I just feel fortunate. So if you do this again and you have the opportunity to sign up for one of these fight clubs or battle the battle clubs, you definitely do it.
Awesome. I love that, Stephanie. And I love the way you shape the word fight. I always feel like it's more like contending, right? Like staying in the fight, but it's for ourselves. And then, something I always said that made a huge difference in my business, and can be guilty of slipping back into it, is when we turn our eyes inward, we get very self-focused, right? There's that isolation you talked about. But when we look around, right, we start to see, and we allow ourselves to connect and have that vulnerability, we see that we're not alone. And then there's actually power in moving forward together. So thank you for that. Did we have anyone else from that first group that wanted to share tonight?
Can I put someone on the spot? Oh, Jason Campbell, you just smiled at me, and I gotta put you on the spot because I didn't even know you before last Tuesday, and I just bragged on you so much to Dee today on how awesome it was to connect with you, and a couple of the things that you shared that really resonated with me. So I hope we're close enough friends now that I can call you out. But
Yeah.
would you share?
No, I definitely agree with the sentiments that have been shared. I really have been feeling kind of lost. I've been with Optavia now for about 3 years and been coaching almost all of that time as well. And really just need to shift gears to the next step, just for myself, for different reasons. But yeah, I found it exactly what you said. It was really welcoming. The text messages, I have not participated in a lot today, but it is nice to see them. You hear them, you read them, and it's really like a secret weapon in your pocket. So I'm very thankful to you and Dee for organizing them.
Love that.
And I'm excited for tomorrow's.
Well, we are glad. And yeah, I've been noticing you on the team calls again, Jason, and it's like I feel your energy that as you're plugging into the system and the support and the community, that is what, we know that with our clients, right? It makes such a difference, but for our coaches as well. So
Definitely.
welcome.
Thank you, Dee.
Love it. Love it.
Thank you, Meg.
And we had our leadership call today, and we shared kind of on this topic about, some of us feeling some apathy, feeling some frustration, feeling some discouragement, and the fact that we want this environment, Meg and I, in the leaders on this team, we want to create an environment where it is a safe zone. It is a safe place to share, that you always feel like you are welcome to show up even when you don't feel like it. And the mission being is that, as we're riding this season, and every leader I talk to in Optavia, it's a season. But as we're riding through this, that we are riding through it together, and it's through our own energy and culture that we're going to stay together as a team. Huge opportunity to actually come through this stronger as individual coaches, as well as a community and as a team. So I'm excited about that. And something that crossed my mind today after hearing some of the leaders speak, we kind of think like, gosh, what else do I do? Like, I'm not sure. I keep doing the things and I'm not seeing the return. But Optavia has been swinging the bat hard for us in terms of opening up the playing field of who we can serve and increasing marketing. I mean, I've heard all kinds of crazy terms, but we're talking multi-millions of dollars in advertising. So one of my questions would be are we taking advantage of the extra time that we have to actually learn these new systems, right? As we have clients that aren't calling us back, or as we feel that lull of not having as many new clients, we can look at it as a challenge, or we can look at it as an opportunity, right? In terms of what we can do. So that's why we want to spend some time tonight on this new client support tool. But before we jump into that right away, I wanted to share, I'm hoping you're getting the coach emails from Optavia. They come out every Monday at 6 p.m. And today they shared about the new marketing resources that are available to us. So the big marketing campaign for after the after, right? So we're making healthy lifestyles second nature. And also the GLP-1s, that campaign is out right now. So hopefully you are meeting the qualifications. The goal is to get additional leads from this. But what was provided today is a link to additional coaching resources. And I'm going to highlight this and put it in the comments. But I first was impressed that they have taken it up a notch in terms of layout and the platforms that we're using. But there are different resources in here that you can download in terms of the program itself, how to actually talk to people about the GLP-1s and our lifestyle program, and then also about the nutrition program. There's a whole slideshow in here that if you were doing a public presentation, or if you just want to go through it for yourself or walk somebody through it, that's considering that is there. And then in Optavia Connect, in the share section, the same area where you get your the newsletter each week, there are some shareable assets, some shareable images and stuff in there too. So huge opportunity if you haven't tapped into this market yet, or you're just feeling like you don't have enough knowledge. It's here for us. So this is the perfect opportunity, even if you just allocated a few minutes each day, maybe a time block is what I'm doing, to be able to be up to speed with it so that you can serve and help more people. So Meg, do you want to touch on the, get us started with the client support modules?
Yeah, absolutely. So the client support modules came out recently, and I know we did a call on this, but I know we also have a lot of questions collectively. And so we want the next few minutes that we spend together to be very interactive. We want to know, what questions do you have? And we're going to answer as many as we can. And then if we don't know the answer, we're going to figure it out together. And so just wanted to mention that. So be thinking about your questions and either raise your virtual hand or put them in the chat and we will answer them. But there is a worksheet going around about how to integrate your new clients and coaches into the module system. So it's basically like a summary of everything. And I'll share my screen to show it to you because you probably have seen it somewhere, but this is what it looks like. And there's blue font, red font, black font, all the things, right? I in full disclosure, told Dee, I saw that document. I got a little freaked out. Like there was a lot of links, a lot of color. I was like, ah. So, I'm here to tell you it is incredibly simple. It is as simple. We can summarize all of this up by here's what you got to do. Have your brand new client or your current client text the word welcome to this telephone number. Okay, that's really all that we're going to do. And the cool thing, let me show you what happens when we do that. This is going to take some finagling. So give me 1 second while I pull it up, but I will show you what the client will actually see. So for those of you who haven't done this yet, let's see. Here's what the client sees. Can y'all see? Here we go. Can y'all see that, Dee? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, good deal. So this is just a picture of my phone right here. So I texted the word welcome, and this is what came up. It was information about how to start. So I was pretending to be a client. I recommend you do this as well, but it tells me, okay, here's how you can start your path to health. You can click this link. I'll show you what happens when they click this link. They can create an account, tells them how to save the module icons, all of that. So I did this on a Wednesday. Several days later, on that next Saturday, I got another text message, and it said, hey, remember to log into the modules and access and watch this journey kickoff call. So my coach didn't send me the journey kickoff video. This telephone number sent out the journey kickoff video, right? So how cool is that? So that was on Saturday. Then on Monday, I got another text that said, hey, before you start, be sure you watch the journey kickoff video, another reminder, and then follow the action steps in the module. So it's just giving your clients reminders. Okay. I don't know about you, but my clients need a lot of reminders, right? Because they're busy, like we all are. Then the next email or text message comes on Wednesday, and it's about the win calls. So we offer win calls, wellness integration now is the acronym, but we offer these win calls in the morning and in the evening, basically Monday through Saturday. So in the mornings, you can be there Monday through Saturday, and it's just one a day. You what time are based. But those win calls are great, and it's just a 15-minute window. Yeah.
You are breaking up, Meg. So I'm gonna take over. Can you maybe stop your screen share for a second?
Better or no? Yeah.
I just wonder if that might help. Yeah, so you just broke up a little bit. Can everybody hear Meg just say a few things? Testing.
Can y'all hear me now? We are talking about the win calls. Are we good now? Okay, awesome. So these win calls, the wellness integration now, it's a 15-minute call. We have one in the mornings and we have one in the evenings. So your client, the idea is for them to log in, be on one of these win calls, and hey, you could do it tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. You could join if you haven't joined one yet. I highly recommend. It's just 15 minutes and they are powerful. And then the text just keeps on coming to your client to let your client know what to do next, which I just love because we're all so busy. The next text that comes a couple of days later, it tells them, hey, check in with your coach, right? We're reaching out to our clients, but it's great that we've got a third party reminding them like, hey, your coach is an important piece of the puzzle. Check in with them. Dee, you had a great experience this week utilizing this new system. Would you share that with us?
Yeah, I guess before I start, I would love raise your virtual hand if you have walked through this system yet yourself. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So good. So it looks like maybe about a third of us. So if you haven't, right? I think that until we're going to get comfortable using it, right, we kind of got to know what's there. So just as Meg said, I think a good takeaway at this point would be to actually text welcome to that number to get yourself in the system so you see what comes. But also hop on one of those win calls, tonight or tomorrow. So you can it would either be at 9 o'clock tonight or 10 a.m. tomorrow. Just pick one so that you are aware, because it's kind of like the Monday night calls. Unless we know what we're sending our clients to, we're not going to do it. Right. So I just decided, because I felt like it was getting so antiquated, the old system of us sending those texts, and some of the texts were outdated and didn't make sense, and I was modifying them, and then I'd forget to send a text. I just made the personal decision, I'm going to embrace this. Like, I can figure this out, right? I can do it. And so that document that Meg shared, it actually tells you even like exactly what to do, like have them on the phone and walk them through this and then whatever. So I had my first client last week that I sent it to, and she now texts me. She'll because she's getting the text, and she said, hey, I wanted you to know I watched the journey kickoff call. It was really good. And it says I'm supposed to check in with you and let you know. So it was good because I knew she did her part with that. And then she said, I haven't had a chance to watch a win call yet, but I'm going to do it on Monday morning. So she had another voice telling her to do that. And then today I reminded her, because the accountability moves to the client to check that module for their daily text. So she started today. So I said, hey, did you remember to check for your video and daily text? And she said, oh no, it slipped my mind. And then she went and did it. Right. So we're in communication, but I'm not having to do all the heavy lifting. I'm just referring her to the resources, and she loves it. So I just want to give that positive feedback. If you haven't had a chance to use it for a client, if you maybe haven't had that new client, go through it yourself. But then I would encourage you, because we're going to take the link trees, we want to make it a smooth transition, but those will be fading away, and what the tools we have been using. So we don't want you to get caught like red-handed, not being familiar with the new system. So it's probably a good idea to open it up to questions right now. Maybe lower your virtual hand if you don't have a question. But if you have a question, either just come off mute or.
As we're waiting for that, Dee, I heard Frank asked a great question in the chat. He said, what does an existing client do? The person that doesn't need all of the welcome messages because they're not just starting. They don't need the starting video. My understanding from someone else is that there is a separate text that they can be sent. I've been trying to find that. I haven't found that yet.
It's actually in the instruction document, and Superstar Beth Bilton just posted it in the comments. Perfect. So your existing clients, this is a great tool to send to them, because this is where they can find the additional resources that they'll need. And the client modules, there's 7 different modules. So it's introducing them first to the program, like while they're waiting, then to the program, then to their life book. So it's doing the work to gradually integrate them into all the systems.
And Beth, you have your hand raised. Do you have some?
Oh, I have a question. So I have a new client that I just started on it, and the client modules checklist thing. Mm-hmm. I was curious, it's like attached this to their health assessment. So, go through with them, say, did you watch the welcome video? Did you do this? And then check everything off, or just this for me? Or has anybody else thought about how to use this very helpful piece of paper?
I think it's for us. I think it is for us. And on the Google Doc, let me pull it up real quick for you.
Yeah, I was just thinking, when I'm talking to him, like, oh, have you had a chance to watch, module 1? Have you gotten through all that? Or have you done, day 1? Have you watched that one? Or whatever?
Yeah, and so we can do it verbally, or that's such a great question. Verbally, or in the integration, the Google Doc instructions, it actually says like immediately after hanging up the phone, right? So you've integrated in the system what to say. And then it says the day after, hi, your program's ordered, quick reminder, right? To jump into the modules. And then a few days later, just checking in, your box arrives. Have you watched have you, you'll want to watch the journey kickoff call and let me know when you do. So some of that is there. So I think you do follow up, but like what the big thing was, it was saying is that this is not replacing us as the coach. It's just the way we're delivering the information is a little different. So I think either however you best communicate with your clients, but if it's your day 1, 2, 3 check-in verbal calls, I'd be asking them that day, did you watch your video from today?
Okay, thank you.
Good. And again, if we figure it out and it's different, we'll definitely come back and share if we find a better way.
So one more thing, is there like a text or email or anything we could send to our current clients that says, here's a link for this awesome new module we've got? I mean, are we all
Yeah,
gonna
so I
click
thought
on
you just
one,
posted
or-
it. I thought you just posted that link to
I did
send.
post a link, but I guess what I'm saying is, I know you send the link, but what do you say to your client? Here's a fantastic new tool that will help you, yada, yada.
Yeah.
We all make up our own thing, or?
Yeah, to my knowledge, there is not,
Yeah, it's right there. My path
yeah, it
to
just
help.
says you can send this link to active clients. So I would probably do it in my weekly check-in call to let them know, like, hey, we've got a powerful new online system. And what I'll do is go ahead and text you that link right now for it.
And here's an idea. What I'm doing with my clients who haven't been prioritizing their weekly coaching call. Anybody else have any clients out there like that? Is I am leaving them a message to say, hey, Stephanie, we have had some really great changes happen that will affect you. And so let me know when you have a few minutes. I would love to connect with you and share what those changes are. And that hopefully will generate a great conversation to check in, see how things are going, share this new tool with them, and just continue the relationship. So it's a good excuse for the client to call you back and to get in connection, especially over the summer.
I love that. Create the curiosity, like some changes that are going to affect you so that they would want to call. So yeah, we've got about 2 minutes left. So let's have Shauna share and then Stephanie. Oh, you're muted, Shauna. You're muted.
So I'm telling my current clients, whether they've been on for 6 months, 2 years, or whatever, if they're getting on calls every week, I'm telling them about the app. I'm having them go in and do it right then while I'm on the call with them. And I say, I know you're not new, but there's a lot of good information in here anyway. And I'm letting them know about the win calls, which I feel like is a new thing for them. I'm really excited about that when I talk to them about it and tell them that they're going to love those because there's so much variety in times. And I am letting them know that the Linktree may be being phased out. So really get familiar with this app. And none of them have said, I don't want to do it. They've all been really excited about having the app. So
I love that, Shauna.
that's-
I think
yeah,
your
that's-
energy drives
yeah.
that. Like I just heard your confidence in the way you said that. So if you need to watch the recording of this call and listen to how Shauna delivered that, it was in such a helpful way. No wonder it's being received so well.
Yeah, they're all
Beautiful.
excited about it.
I love that. Thank you. And Stephanie.
Yeah, real quick. I know that and I saw it in the chat too, and some of us were asking about the dining out guide, and then the other guides that are in the Linktree that are phenomenal. Well, and you're phasing that out. Would we be able to have those guides put into Eat, Live, Be Healthy, and we can send our clients that way and still maintain like all of that great information, and including your video, Meg, that you put for the journey kickoff call, I think has been super helpful. Too. Would that be a possibility?
Yeah, we're going to try to put as much as we do have a lot of guides in there, like actually have like training guides in the Eat, Live, and Be Healthy section. And so some of that is there, but we will, would love to come to a consolidated place and drive most people to the Facebook group or this new module system if we can. we will continue the conversation on this. You guys do want to head over to the watch party. We've had some of our clients join us. So I am going to set that up. I'm going to stop this recording. We encourage you to stay for the watch party of our client community call. It's all about the science of eating every 3 hours. So Meg, if you can just keep it going for a minute and I'll get everything set up.
Absolutely. And tonight is being led by Patty Glick.